Hello and welcome to the What is Content module. So I'm going to briefly go over your assignments for this shortened week just to make sure that we're all on the same page, because this really gets us started on what is the flow of the course. Because it's such a short course, we really, the flow is a little bit off, but we got this. We've got this. Okay, so what is content overview? So what do you need to do? What are we going for? Content in web writing can mean a million different things. You most likely came into this course with ideas and expectations and experiences, because most students do. And I can tell you, every semester that I teach this course, and I teach this course every semester, in the winter, in the summer, in the fall, in the spring, I love teaching this course. And students always take this course, so I have it all the time. Students come into it and then in the reflection they say, I was required to take it, I wasn't looking forward to it, I thought I knew everything there was to know about web writing, and then bam, this was not what I expected, but in good ways. I'm like, okay, yay, so we're gonna start that today. And this class is probably not what you expected, but hopefully in good ways, okay? So, yay. First, the course textbook. You do not need to print it. If printing works better for you, feel free, but you do not need to print this. I give you digital access. There are 3 chapters in this book. We're gonna go through chapters 1 and 2 in the What is Content module. We're gonna go through them separate. And then chapter 2, in addition to having a quiz, you have an assignment. It's a multimodal assignment, okay? So we're just gonna start at the beginning. First, watch this video. Good job. You're already doing the first thing on your checklist. The second thing you need to do is to read chapter 1 in this textbook. It really is providing just some basic information to get you ready for web writing. Is likely more than what you think it is. And this is the really, really, really important part, because it's on the web and because the web is all data. It is always data driven, always. And that's a new way, outside of the publishing industry, to look at writing. If we look at best-selling authors, data matters. Stephen King gets paid a certain amount in advance because they have an idea, the publisher have an idea of how much they're gonna make from his books. Data's driving all of that. Digitally, it's even more common. Data is driving the ads that we see. Data is driving, where we click and what we do drives what we experience. And this has happened multiple times, I've had conversations with my husband about something, and then all of a sudden an ad pops up on my phone, and it's like, oh, were you interested in this thing? Here it is. And I'm like, oh, you're so creepy. But it's data driven. It's doing what it's supposed to do to try to get what it thinks you care about in front of you when you care about it. On the reverse side of that, because this is not an advertising class and this is not a marketing class, when we create social media posts, when we write on the web, on websites, when we write, just the Millersville page or on a blog, I run the English and World Languages blog, we're looking at how many people are accessing it. When, in relation to when we posted it, are they accessing it? Which posts based on title and content are more popular, so that we can continue to write about those ideas in new ways, to continue that popularity trend, to continue that click trend. We're not making money off of any of that, but we are looking at the data to understand what does our readership value and how do we understand that. Okay, so chapter 1 is covering those basic ideas. Chapter 2 goes into the rhetorical situation, and there is an example, and I'll show you. Mine's not printed in color, but you'll see it in the book. So there's the triangle and the circles. This is what I call the web writing rhetorical situation. So there's text, context, audience, and then all of the key concepts from this course. So information architecture, discourse, community, purpose, user experience. All of these need to come together when we write. And it's not that we necessarily have to work through all of them, but in a lot of cases we will work through all of them. On the flip side of that, when you are assigned something at work or you're assigned something in a classroom and you need to break down the situation to even start it, this is transferable to all situations. User experience may look different if we remove the digital and we're talking paper, but this book was not designed to be printed. And so you can see, this graphic does not work as well when it's printed in grayscale. It works much better digitally. And so I can talk about user experience, even related to print-based mediums. Okay, so the goal of the second quiz and then the assignment that comes along with it, which is the What is Content reflection, is for you to make this graphic your own. You're going to define and describe and give examples for each of the key concepts so that they stick with you, so that we can come back to them over and over and over with the modules that finish out the course. Okay, so these matter, and they're the basis for the remainder of the assignments, which is why there's both a quiz and a multimodal project assignment in this module on this graphic. And again, it's in the book, and the book is free. I published it open. I don't make any money off of it. You don't have to pay for it. Everyone wins. If you have questions about the assignments, if you have questions about the content, if you have questions about the ideas, you can send me an email. You can send me a message on Tumblr. You can tag me on a post on Tumblr. You can stop by office hours. Lots of ways to connect with me to make sure that your learning happens and that your learning is central to everything that's going on in this module. Okay, so if you have questions, reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you on Tumblr.